Hey, this is Tom. How you doing? Turn on some lights. This is good enough, right? You don't really need to see my pretty face. I'm just putting it here in a window. I don't know, so you can see me, not just hear the voice. So anyway, uh, looking at one of my blogs here in the background. You all know I have techbait.net, right? Techbait.net is my of course, a little app I made to show it. It's going to, of course, act up now. TechBait.net is it's like an RSS aggregator site. I do put some actual blog posts on there from time to time, but it's kind of hard maintaining multiple blogs. So this is my RSS newsfeed site for crypto and technology. So bookmark it, share it, and use it. Okay, it's a resource. Use it. It updates rather frequently, a few times daily. Um, just a little word. The cryptocurrency chart there. It only updates like two, three times, four times a day, so it's not going to be up to the minute. So if you want up to the minute prices, get an app. So anyway, my other blog, which is like my main blog, this phone is just driving me crazy lately. Oh, I really need a new phone, people. I don't know what it is about Android phones. They last, if you're lucky, a year before they go to hell. And it's driving me crazy, and I really think there needs to be a fix. Um, so we had the Bitcoin crash, the cryptocurrency bloodbath, okay, of December 22nd. I am doing this video on the 23rd when prices are already rebounding. But yesterday on the 22nd, it was like pandemonium, blood in the streets, panic. All the idiots were pulling their funds out as if that's going to be a solution to the problem. I mean, what do these people live in a one-dimensional world? You think that pulling your money out while it's down in the gutter is a good thing to do? I mean, do you really think this thing's going to go to zero and you're going to lose everything? I mean, how stupid can you be? You hold, okay? You hold it. Hodl, whatever. You hold it. You don't sell it. I mean, the worst part of the whole thing is waiting there for the stuff to go back up because you see your net total is low when it's, you know. But already a lot of the stuff rebounded. It hasn't rebounded completely yet. It may take a little while, but it's going to go back up. So my only regret personally is that I didn't see this coming, like the massive crash. No one really sees them coming like that, except maybe Mike Novogratz. That's another story. But, if I would have known this was going to happen yesterday on the 22nd, then on the 21st in the morning when like Ethereum was really high, I did sell. What I did was I sold my XRP. Okay, I didn't have a lot, but I had like 700 over 700 XRP, and I know XRP is one of the only ones that did well in this whole thing. But I may go back into XRP eventually if it comes down. But I see a lot more upside potential in Verge, XVG. So I already had a position in Verge, so I sold my. Now I made good on XRP. Right, I bought it like down into the low 20s, and it was at like 98, 99 when I dumped it. So I took that, and what I had to do was I had to convert it to Ethereum, send it to another exchange, where they had a Verge ETH trading pair. No, actually, no, it was a little more complicated than that. It was a real pain. I had it on Kraken. Kraken, F you Kraken. Okay, don't use Kraken if I originally thought they were a good exchange. I mean, they have restrictive trading pairs. All they had was like Bitcoin, and I fear Bitcoin because of the transaction times and everything. So what I had to do was I had to dump my XRP into Tether. Okay, so I had to pay for that conversion, and then they charge you $5 to send the Tether somewhere else. So I had to send the Tether to the other exchange, and then convert that to Ethereum over there, so I can buy more of my Verge. I mean, ultimately, I was still in profit. So, but the fees on this stuff will kill you if you don't have agreeable trading pairs. So, I mean, come on, people, with the BTC trading pairs already. Get Ethereum and some others. Maybe, some Litecoin trading pairs out there. I see there's some out there, but we really need a lot more. We really need the cheaper cryptocurrencies to be able to trade with each other on these exchanges. I don't know the mechanics of it or what it takes or why it's not like that yet. But come on with the freaking BTC. I mean, BTC's like, store your value in it like gold, but it's not good for, it's not, I mean, the guy at Bitcoin.com has a little point there. It's really not a viable cryptocurrency for small transactions or conversions. So anyway, so I got my Verge. Look, I'm not one of the people who got Verge less than a cent. I got it for originally for I don't know, 4 or 5 cents. It went up. And then I said, oh, I think I want more of this stuff. McAfee's tweeting about it, blah, blah, blah. So I bought it at 11 and a half cents. So I'm up to just under 10,000 of them, which is nothing compared to you people who got it below a cent. I really envy that you got it that early. It just wasn't on my radar at the time. But, so anyway, I think that this Verge is going to do well, and hopefully it will. And it'll fly. I don't know how long it's going to take after this, but if I would have known what was going to happen on the 22nd, on the 21st, I would have sold everything, baby. I would have cashed out of all my Ether and everything, right? And I would have just sat there. I would have what would I have done? Would it have been worth it to sell it to US dollars? Because then you got to rebuy something. And that could take a while on Coinbase. It probably would have been good to send the Ether at that point to another exchange and then, I don't know, maybe convert it to something stable there. I don't know, whatever. So anyway, there's always the mechanics of these things are more confusing. How do you keep your money safe? What if you were to sell everything in a massive downturn? How do you keep that money stable? Do you keep it in US dollars, for example? I'm an American, so it's dollars for me. Or do you put it in something like Tether? Tether's had its problems lately, so that could be a little spooky. But if I was able to sell that thing into something stable that's not going to go up or down, and then wait it out, and then when Bitcoin and everything else was at its ultra low, halfway to 3/4 through the 22nd, I could have then bought back in low and wrote it back up. But, whatever, hindsight's 20/20 with these things. So anyway, I wrote a little article yesterday, a quick one, on my blog, ipblocking.com. It says, Bitcoin crash and cryptocurrency bloodbath. Here's my little graphic. Is Bitcoin okay? And, it basically, it quotes, it links out to some articles and then also to some of my other articles on my blog. And it basically makes the case that, first of all, was this a correction or not? There's a lot of allegations out there that this was not a regular correction, that this whole hullabaloo, this bloodbath on the 22nd, was actually market manipulation by some of these whales. Okay, some of these Bitcoin Cash positive whales, and also the garbage that was going on Coinbase. Coinbase is having an investigation right now because some of their people apparently took advantage, almost like an insider trading thing, to make profit on Bitcoin Cash. They wanted it to go up where it did, and then they bought it. They bought it and then saw it go up, and then probably dumped it for profit. And that, along with one of the co-founders of Bitcoin.com, made this big announcement. Now, it wasn't, I don't think it was yesterday. I'm not sure exactly when he made the announcement, but it was, he's dumping all of his Bitcoin because he considers Bitcoin not a good currency, a viable currency for making regular transactions. And in that, he's probably correct. But, he makes this big announcement and everything else. So between that and everything else together, there's, I've got some, at least one 7-figure guy I know who really does his research. He knows a lot of people. He's got his ear to the ground all the time. He's like, this was no correction. This was pure market manipulation. And it also had to do, it was very closely related to what happened on Coinbase. So, I mean, look, I love Coinbase. I use them, but they need to clean house. You need to get these cancerous people out if they're going to do stuff like this. They're going to screw us all, okay? And then you get the Wall Street thing too. You get the futures. You got people now could, I think, short Bitcoin. So you've got, once Wall Street gets their dirty little paws into something, they're always going to leave a mess behind. So, you got a lot of this stuff. This is probably not a regular correction, but it resulted in a big correction. And now stuff is going to come back. And so anyway, you're welcome to go read my article. Now, a lot of people were passing this graphic around. I know McAfee had it. I've seen it on Facebook and everywhere else and on YouTube. Yesterday was the Christmas special, 25% off on Bitcoin, right? That's really what it is, man. Buy the dip if you have the liquid money, If you have the liquid money, you're in the best position during these things, okay? So go read my article. Pass it around, baby. I like when people go to my blogs. Be nice to see some decent comments, not spam comments. So then you've got, where is it? Come on. Switching between apps. All right, there you go. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's basically a chart. I'm going to zoom in on this graphic. You see these, this is the price of Bitcoin historically. It goes up, then there's a correction. Then it continually goes up. Then sometimes it goes horizontal for a while, and then a correction. Then it makes its way back up. Then it kind of plateaus, then a correction. Then it comes all the way back up, then a correction. Then it goes up even further, then a correction. You see where we're going with this? So now, this could possibly keep going up and up and up. And you have a lot of guys, smart people too, like on YouTube, you got some of these guys. The hardcore people like us, we're always going to be bullish on crypto. We're not going to be deterred. Hopefully this isn't going to start playing the video, is it? Yeah, it's going to start playing. Hang on a minute, I got to pause it. Yeah, that's Charlie is his name, whatever, Crypto Wall Street. Definitely subscribe to him. He's pretty cool. He worked in the financial industry. And his little video here, he's saying, why Bitcoin will exceed 40 grand in 2018. And he did this video after the crash yesterday. So this guy knows what's going on too. So all of these people out here, I like to call them these weenies who, you had to see it. I mean, you've got all the anti-crypto people coming out, just licking their chops yesterday. Just can't wait to do the I told you so's, because to them, this is just like the self-fulfilling prophecy. And it really isn't. It really isn't. One of my negative friends on Facebook, he's a guy I know a long time, nice guy, but he doesn't believe in any of this, and he's going to be working for the man the rest of his life because he's an employee. He doesn't know any better, right? He should know better because he's smart and he works in technology, but even if some of these technologists are kind of like neo-Luddites when it comes to crypto, okay? And he was like, he posts this thing here, the sharks are coming. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? It's a correction. And I showed him a little chart, and it was silence after that, okay? Because this is what happens with Bitcoin and crypto. Now, I don't know the ultimate history of this stuff, what will happen ultimately on the legal front, the government front, all these powers and FUD assembling against it. But I can tell you there is a core of diehards, okay? Core of diehards like us crypto people, okay? And it got this far without all those other people. It got this far without Wall Street, without all these freaking whatever, okay? Without the mom and pop retail people, all right? It got this far without them. We don't need them. I mean, you do, but you don't. Okay, honestly, all of these new people coming into the market right now, they may be bringing money, but they're also bringing panic, more volatility, government snooping, and tax garbage. We don't need all this stuff, this crazy regulation. Not for nothing, I don't need government to watch out for me. I mean, when it comes to people formulating real, actual scams, that may be one thing. But, it's really angry when I see Peter Schiff and Jamie Dimon. I used to call him Jamie Dimon, but I'll do like what the John McAfee does. Now, I don't know if it's really pronounced demon or diamond, but it's demon is a good thing to call him, right? He's another one with the constant, doom and gloom around Bitcoin. These people, they want it to fail because they have an agenda. And then, you see on YouTube with these commenters, whenever you have these videos with these guys, you got the people who, whether they're into the precious metals or they're it's weird. They're on YouTube and they use computers and cell phones and mobile phones and everything, and they use computers and they're active in the online world. They're active on Facebook. They're active on YouTube, but they're also anti-technology at the same time. They don't trust computers. They don't trust artificial intelligence. They don't trust this. The sky's falling. The meteor's coming. The fucking UFOs are there. I mean, it's like one thing after another with these freaking crazy nuts, these tinfoil hat people. So, they're all like, yeah, regulated, outlaw it. Screw you. I mean, who the hell are you to say outlaw it? The minute they come to outlaw something you like, you're all up in arms. But you don't understand crypto, and all of a sudden you're going to agree with these freaking, all these banksters. They have their agenda, and all you are is being a useful tool for these people if you're going to sit there and damn crypto when you don't really even understand what the hell it is. So shut your mouth if you don't know what it is really about. You don't understand the blockchain. You don't understand the real problems that these things are going to solve for businesses and for people. I mean, you've got some novel things out there. Just look at Steam. Look at Steam. Look at that blockchain. It's amazing. You've got gambling blockchains coming out. You got video game-based blockchains, projects. You got all kinds of stuff. You got the smart contracts with Ethereum and some of these other coins. You got a lot of great technology behind these tokens. And who says you can't trade these things for value? Yeah, they're kind of like stocks and they're kind of like currencies. Listen, we have a new thing here. We have a new thing. Government doesn't know what to do because basically this is a combination, a fusion of stock and currency. We've never had that before. Nobody's saying it. And I don't know if I'm the first one to say it here, but I hope to God I get credit for it if it's an original thought. Okay? And if it isn't, I didn't get it from anywhere. I really just, it's just coincidental. Someone else thought of the same thing. It really is. People say, well, this isn't a stock, but it's not a currency. It's a combination. It's a hybrid. Okay? It's a hybrid. You can use it like money, but you can trade it like a stock. A security, So does that mean we need security, the SEC, and all these people to come in and regulate the hell out of it? I don't know. It depends how far it goes. But for now, I'm happy with as little regulation as possible. And the volatility actually plays into our, where else can somebody come in and take a little bit of money and turn it into a lot? And who says you aren't going to pull a little bit out? Pull a little bit out. By all means, buy some regular stocks with some of the proceeds. Buy some precious metals, buy some real estate, whatever, diversify. But it's a great vehicle to take a little bit of money and over a little bit of time with some research and patience, turn it into a lot. And then use that profit that to then convert some of it into other things and really be on your way. Use some of it to invest in a business venture. I mean, this can really lift people out of that 9-to-5 doldrums of being wage slaves, okay? And that might be what some of these powerful people really fear. They don't want the average Joe to come in here, make a lot of money, and become, God forbid, successful like them. They want to be the elite for whatever reason. I don't know what the motivation is there. There should be enough for everyone. But I don't know. It's that whole competition thing. You shouldn't be in competition with people over something like this. There should be enough of this pie to go around, enough for everybody to be successful and to be prosperous, okay? So that's my take on this whole thing. I wouldn't panic with this thing. Continue to hold and watch your stuff go up. Look at your altcoins market. Look at, some of these coins like Verge, like Redcoin. Redcoin, some people say it's a crap coin, but, some of these things start out as crap coins, and all of a sudden they find their niche. They find their use case. I see some interesting use cases out there, And we're all a big community, you know. Like, I'm not going to sit here with a lot of analysis like some of these guys, and I watch all of them, and by all means watch them. But I'm over here kind of like, I'm like part cheerleader, part putting things into perspective and whatever. So I do think I have something to add to the discussion here. I'm a longtime technology worker who's always been interested in the financial world and also getting ahead. So, and look, I go to my site. I provide my site here for you to use to be informed on this sector. Go to TechBait. Go to, my other site too. My other site, IP blogging. IP blogging is my other blog. It's just a blog. It's not a RSS site. And there's a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of stuff. So, as my little site here says, you see to the left of my face here, this shall pass. They always pass. Just don't panic. And don't lose your cool. And don't lose your stash by panic selling. Because then you got to start over. All right? You got to start over. You're just giving your money away. Don't let the panic set in. I can't understand these people who panic. I even got people at work coming to me and saying, "Oh my God, what's going on? Should I sell?" Are you an idiot, or should you sell? I mean, if you already lost all this worth on paper, you're gonna cement it by selling? No, you write it back up. It's gonna go back up. It always does, whether it's the stock market or this market or any market. It goes up, it goes down. It's a cyclical thing. Don't panic. Don't lose your shit. God. So anyway, I think that's it. So I will catch you in another video when I think I have something else I want to talk about. Bye.